Okay, good evening, friends. Welcome, namaskar, adab, sat shri akal. So, welcome to episode number 9 of the Thunderous Thursdays. And I am Dr. Bhavdeep Ahuja, welcoming you all here. So, let me just check whether I'm live or not. Yes, it seems so. So, thank you so much for joining in, guys. So, without much ado, let's start today's presentation and allow me to share my screen, please. Okay, friends, welcome once again to Thunderous Thursdays, episode number 9, week number 9 of 26. We are into the third month of the year. March has begun, and episode number 9 is there. We all know 4 weeks a month. So far, so good. We are actually doing this till the mid of the year as a pre-proposed plan. So as usual, all my presentations always begin with thank the Lord Almighty, who's given me much more than what I deserve. And when it comes to finance, I have to thank my dad as well, who has been instrumental in teaching me the clinical part of finance. So this is my brief CV. You all are aware of it by now. So topic for this week, the last week's topic was making the financial plan. So I'm continuing the same. So it is continuing the financial plan part 2 today. So if I continue further or not again would depend upon whatever interest you show me today after the presentation, of course. So this is our topic today, financial planning. We had started with it last time. Now we are continuing with the financial plan. So what exactly is financial planning? Planning is actually bringing the future into the present so that we can do something about it now. If I have to simplify it now, प्लानिंग वो चीज है जिसके बारे में आपने कल सोचा था कि मैं आज करूंगा, आज वो आज है, आज वो कल जो बीत गया कल है. So if you can correlate these two things, you can understand what I'm trying to say. We always procrastinate so many decisions in our life: joining a gym, starting an investment, going for a course, or anything. You can say, मैं पहले free हो जाऊं. That chicken and the egg story continues forever. पहले मैं कमा लूं, फिर मैं जोड़ूंगा, पहले मैं जोड़ दूं, फिर मैं कमाऊंगा. All that say chicken and egg story will continue forever in our life. It is on to us that we have to shun this procrastination and get on to the bandwagon, because when it comes to finance, the time is the most valuable asset, and we'll see all these things today. So how should you plan your investments? If we continue the plan, I've given you a brief about how to go about the plan. Yes, which all instruments are handy in doing that. So let us continue in that. How should you plan your investments? So the first step is always it to figure out the right kind of investments that will fit your profile and needs. Of course, I discussed all of them last time, telling you the details of each and every, the common ones, although the investments can be endless. I daily get a message from someone, how is this investment? How is this investment? My first question always to them is, are your basics covered? Is your PPF running? Is your taxation part fully limit going on? NPS is covered, medical insurance is there, term insurance is there, emergency fund is there. If you're covered with these basics, and of course you're having your SIPs running, ये सब 6-7 जो basics अगर आपके covered हैं, then you come on to me and ask, ये कैसी है investment, ये कैसी है, NCDs में कर लूं, government bond में कर लूं, corporate bond में कर लूं, what the hell? If you are not even covering the basics first, why are you interested in flashy advertisements? Or you can say flashy investments. So figure out the ones, the basics are always the key. You can't be you may be a Don Bradman, but you still need to spend some time in the middle to get a hang of the pitch before you start hitting it out. Yes, occasionally you may hit the first ball out of the park, but eventually you will lose your wicket after 2-3 balls. So as a correcting analogy, if I am giving you, so you need to find your feet first in the basics. The basics are the key. Everywhere elsewhere, wherever you want to go in life, the basics would be the key, and without the basics you cannot cover the other flashy investments, of course. So a few things to keep in mind when you're planning your investments or when you started working on that plan. So those of you who are watching this session live or will be watching it now, in the first couple of slides I'm letting you know, please do watch the previous session before you actually jump onto this session, because unless you do that, you will not be able to correlate a few things with that part. So choose investment options carefully after doing adequate research. Do not invest on blind hearsay. You can say people do investments in the last month of the year. The March is there. The last month of the year is there. Some of you might be wondering, last month of the year, sir, this is the third month of the year. No. Investment wise, financial year, this is the last month of the year. The advance tax installments will be due on 15th March for everyone, whosoever is having more than 10,000 of tax. Presumptive, non-presumptive, salaried, non-salaried, everyone who's paying tax, if he's paying above 10,000, will have to pay their, you can say, consolidated advance tax by 15th of March. And then the investments will start. Calls to CAs, calls to advisors. आपने उसमें इन्वेस्ट किया कि नहीं, आपने उसमें इन्वेस्ट किया कि नहीं, आप उसमें अच्छा 50 उसमें डाल दो, 50 उसमें डाल दो, 25 उसमें डाल दो, इसमें. That is how our investments take place on telephone. And we are left searching. मेरे को नहीं पता, आप मेरे से साइन करा के ले जाओ, जहां मर्जी डाल दो, मेरे से चेक ले जाओ. And we literally throw away our money. We don't even bother. उस पेशेंट अगर 1,000 रुपए कम दे जाए ना, तो हमसे लड़ जाते हैं. हमने आपको बोला था, why are you giving me 1,000 rupees less? But when it comes to throwing the money for investments, we don't even hardly bother to look at it. Where is our hard-earned money going? And then the short-term routes, falling for quick buck schemes like cryptocurrency that promise high returns in a short time. बहुत लोगों ने बहुत पैसा बनाया cryptocurrency में. Anyways, बनाया नहीं बनाया, it all is a matter of luck. Now under taxation, so everything would be accounted for. Even if you have been investing from your A account or B account, remember everything is A now. चाहे आपने वो show किया है या account या नहीं किया है, that is not going to matter. Because ultimately, if your income is 5 lakh, your ITR value is 5 lakh, and your crypto investments are 7 lakhs, 6 lakhs, 4 lakhs, 3 lakhs. Imagine you are going to be rounded off. You are going to be rounded off. 10,000 वाले ने 20,000 अगर कमा भी लिया क्रिप्टो में, तो कौन सा पहाड़ टूट पड़ा. हाँ, 3 लाख वाले ने 6 लाख कमा लिया और उसकी ITR की वैल्यू 5 लाख है, then he is in a soup, surely. He is surely in a soup. कि 5 लाख आपकी इनकम है, 3 लाख क्रिप्टो में डाल रहे हो. How come? You're not reporting all your accounts. आओ बेटा, पहले तो पुराने का हिसाब दो. That is the way you actually get in the tax net. And this is going to happen with many, even those who have earned or not earned, both of them. So then review your stock and mutual fund investments periodically. Even if you are already doing investments, always review them every quarter at least, I would say. Some review it after a month, but I don't think a month is a good time or good rope to give it. 3 months पे पहला review, 6 months बाद भी अगर नहीं grow कर रही है, think of shifting to another scheme. So don't take out that money, let that money be there, let it grow, but the shift money from that scheme to another scheme. Then the tax implications. I've discussed this in the first part. Which investment is which much taxable? People always believe PPF bekar investment at 7.1%. If an investment is giving you 10%, is getting you 30% return, 30% taxation, you're still getting 7.1 in that regard. So don't consider PPF as 7.1, consider it as 10.1 in that bracket, because it is tax free, of course, in that part. So don't think about other parts. Other investment अगर आपको कोई 10, 11, 12 भी देगी, तो कट कटा के 7.5, 8, 9 पे आएगी ना. So that is the reason you need to understand those things. So keep things simple and avoid complicated investment that you don't understand. Cryptocurrency लोग करते हैं. I always ask them, आपके पास है क्या? एक app on your phone, blockchain technology, I understand, but do you understand it? मान लिया you understand the technology also. Overnight that app disappears. What regulation do you have? This is not a SEBI regulated currency. This is not a Government of India regulated currency. That app disappears overnight. What will you do? The money is gone. You only have that one proof in your hand, that app or whatever, maybe your statement. That is your proof. What is the guarantee that something would be coming out of it? Surely. The only thing is the herd mentality. उसने किया था, उसने कमाया था, मैं भी कमा लूं. Again, all those things. People don't want to go in with a disciplined way. They want to have a shortcut in life always. So the sooner you start, the better it is. If you are 25, 35, 45, start today. That is my only one-line answer. Don't think about this part that, yes, I'm late, I should not start. Get started ASAP, as soon as possible. Because when it comes to investments, time is money. Management में बोलते हैं, your focus is your most valuable asset and not your time. But in finance, we say the reverse. Your time is your most valuable asset. The time your money spends in the market, the time your money spends in the investment. Not you, of course, your money is doing that. The few initial years of compounding are dull, dragging, and boring, but when it takes off like a rocket. So the sooner you get started, the longer you will stay invested, and the more returns you can say earn on your investments. I'll show you an example in a hypothetical scenario, and I'll show you many examples today. So let's suppose you start investing 1 lakh a year when you turn 25 years old, and you continue to do so for the next 33 years, along with your brother who is already 35 years old. And consider कि आपको 10% return मिल रहा है, just for a presumptive purpose. आपके brother के पास 10 साल कम है because he is 10 years elder to you. You start together. So let us just see what exactly are your sums, or you can say sum assured or returns at the age of 58. You start at the age of 25 with investment of 1 lakh, 10% returns. So your returns are 1 lakh 10,000. Then slowly it goes on. Your brother also starts at the age of 35. He puts in the same amount as you, and the end result, you have 2 crore 70 lakhs. He has 97 lakhs. What was the difference? 1 lakh per year, probably 10 lakhs less. Add 10 lakhs here, would be 1 crore 7 lakhs. But still, this is 2 crore 70 lakhs. This is the power of time. This is the power of time. And trust me, for the first 15 years, you will not understand what it is going. लगता है बढ़ तो रहा है, उतना थोड़ा ना बढ़ा जितना डॉक्टर गुरदीप ओझा ने बोला था. Let me show you. As you can see the table difference, you can see from this table, the difference is a huge one. You earn way more than your brother because you started early. And his amount, even if it doubles his amount, even if he doubles his amount, his return will not be the same. His return would be still lesser than you. So you unleash the power of compounding to the fullest, while your brother did not. So the sooner you start investing, the better it is. Because wealth creation is all about a disciplined investment. So let me give you a few breakups now. I presume, let's suppose you start with a SIP of 5,000 rupees per month. Annual investment हो गई आपकी 60,000. In 30 years, the total amount invested is 18 lakhs. 5,000 per month, 60,000 per year, 30 years, 18 lakhs. The total wealth you will amass at the rate of expected 12% return is 1 crore and 76 lakhs, just with a 5,000 monthly investment. And I presume हम सब लोग 50,000 तो बहुत मिनिमम है, जो टैक्स सेविंग करते हैं या कुछ करते हैं, they all do at least more than 2. So imagine if that sum is 3 times, how much this sum will become. Of course, I'll come to that also. But this is the way you need to understand. This is your, you can say, principal part, the portion in blue. And the orange is all your interest. See the curve. It is just going, and then it just takes off. Compared to this is your invested amount. This is your average FD return. This is your SIP returns. Blue means the investment part, this blue. So this is your investment, but this is the interest or the compounding factor unleashed to the fullest in 30 years. Now, if you what was the amount? Let's see once again, 1 crore and 76 lakhs. Now, if I reduce this time to 20 years, just 10 years less, so I will have 60,000 into 20, 12 lakhs as principal. Okay. So मेरा मानना है कि 2/3 amount होना चाहिए, या आपका मानना है? Wrong. The answer is 49 lakhs. Almost 3.5 गुना कम. 50 into 3.5 is 1.75 approximately, of course. So imagine the power of time. If you don't understand the power of time, this is the best way to understand it. People keep on asking me, should I invest? अरे बाबा, should I invest नहीं, SIP के लिए कोई टाइम सही नहीं होता, जब मर्जी घुस जा. You always get a good return because averaging पड़ जाती है सारे साल में. This is the return. This is your money, and see it takes off. But still not to that exponential power what it took off in 30 years time. Now, if we just take the middle road, 25 years, सब कुछ same. अब amount हमारा हो गया 12 से 15. See, in the next 5 years, our money is actually doubling. 49 से 94, almost double, if not exactly double. But this is the power. Now the compounding is taking its action. और अगले 5 में 94 का 176 बन जाएगा. Imagine this. So this is a beautiful comparison to actually compare the things, what investment you can make and how just it takes off. So leave everything aside. 5,000 per month is too less amount. I would always say minimum 2.5 lakh तो हर एक को इंसान को करना चाहिए in a mutual fund. Of course, I can understand the freshers, the starters can't do it, but anyone in his early 30s can do it. 2.5 lakhs means roughly 20,000 per month. It is a minimum, perfectly achievable and a desirable plan. मैं इसमें अभी आपका पीपीएफ नहीं गिन रहा, मैं इसमें आपका एनपीएस नहीं गिन रहा हूँ, मैं इसमें आपका और कुछ नहीं गिन रहा, मैं सिर्फ इसको 2.5 को म्यूचुअल फंड्स के लिए गिन रहा हूँ. एंड आई कंसिडर कि अगर आप टैक्स सेविंग भी कर रहे हैं तो यू आर इन्वेस्टिंग रफली 4 to 5 lakhs a year. 2 लाख डाल दें हम टैक्स सेविंग का इसके अंदर, तो आपके पास 2.5 म्यूचुअल फंड्स हैं, तो अप्रोक्सीमेटली वैसे भी एज के हिसाब से 80 माइनस योर एज फॉर्मूला, दिस अमाउंट वुड बी द परफेक्ट वन. Of course, with time, your practice will go on increasing and you will reach the peak also. Then you can actually afford more money, more spare money. You can put in more. But let's put it 20,000 per month अगर आप डाल रहे हैं. हमने 5,000 से example देखा था. Let's see. 20,000 per month, 30 years, 12% return, 7 crores. This is the amount. आज से 30 साल बाद 7 करोड़ की क्या वैल्यू होने वाली वो टाइम ही बताएगा. But yes, this is a good amount to start with. Just to understand, start with means early 30s, 31, 32, you already are there. You're doing some investments already, 5,000, 10,000 per month, whatever from your own earned money. But this is the best way that you can understand. So if you do it in such a manner, you are going to amass a lot of wealth. And again, the dedication and the discipline is the key in this. Again, the returns break up and see the power shooting up. This is the way you need to understand a few things about time. So these are a few steps to financial planning, which I discussed partially in the last episode also. Determine your financial position, whether you can afford this much amount of time, amount, 5,000, 10,000, 15, 20, whatever your wish, but start at least. Develop some financial goals, identify alternatives, evaluate the alternatives, create and implement a financial plan and reevaluate and advise. So these things will always be the guiding lamps for every one of us. So what is the carry home Gyan for today? SIPs are superior on 2 counts. Number one, they can help you tide over market fluctuations. So any time in the year is the best time to enter into the SIP. And the second is it is a good investment option even for a starter or a novice investor. Because you will not then frequently require monitoring the market गिरी है कि नहीं, मैं उसमें डालूं कि नहीं, टाइमिंग करूं कि नहीं, सर टाइम आ गया है मैं लमसम डाल दूं. Do it. मार्केट जब ज्यादा गिरती है तो साथ में टॉप अप कर दो या लमसम अलग से डाल दो उसी फोलियो के अंदर जो फंड आपको अच्छा दे. Either way, कुछ ना कुछ करोगे तो some form of investment is always better than none. वो टाइमिंग के चक्कर में आप जो टाइम गवा रहे हैं ना वो कहीं से वापस नहीं आने वाला. If you start late, 25, 35, अपने ब्रदर और अपने वाले एग्जाम्पल याद रखना. If you're starting late, you're losing out on a lot. In the stock market, only 2 people know the bottom and the top. One is God and the other is liar. I don't say this. This quote is the stock market. You can say alternate guru, Vijay Kedia ji. So it is his quote. So don't wait to time the market. Only 2 people can time, the God and the liar. If you lose time, you lose lots of latter half of compounding. Remember last के 5-10 साल में compounding कैसे shoot करी थी. And you can't keep putting in big time after 60. You will not want to work at this pace while you're working in your 30s or 40s. तो सोचो आज से ही सोचो. वैसे भी मार्केट इस वक्त करेक्शन के मोड में है, तो SIP से start करो, folios create करो, उसके बाद lump sum में डाल दो, अगर थोड़ा और नीचे जाती है तो this is the best way to do it. Because if you keep on waiting for the right time, that right time will never come. So thank you so much for the patient hearing. And this is my WhatsApp group. Many of you know it, where I, you can say, share these sessions and take my online classes. So the 6th group is on. If you want to be added, this is an absolutely advertisement free group. If you want to be added, just message me, I'll add you. So this is my YouTube channel. There are a lot of videos, 425 plus videos already on my channel. So I keep posting videos every alternate day. My social media presence by my name only, Dr. Bhavdeep, without any dot, score, space, or underscore. So please send me your feedback, a personal message on my cell. This number, bouquets and big bats, both would be welcome equally here, or on the WhatsApp. You can say groups where you are, or on the FB group where you watch, or of the FB page where you're watching, wherever you do it. So thank you so much once again, and I stop my share for the questions and to acknowledge the visitors on my FB page where this session is happening in regularity. Thank you. Hello, Dr. Ramchandra. Hello, Dr. Manu. Hi, Bola. Hello, Dr. SP Singh. Hello, Dr. Virinda. Good evening, Dr. Manu. Good evening, Rajesh sir. So, thank you, Dr. Ramchandra. I hope this session was worth it for continuing on the financial plan journey. And I hope you have something to take forward in today's session. And trust me, I'll keep on coming at least for 26 weeks, 9 past, 17 more. And I'll keep doing small little things, whatever I can do for my profession as a way of my payback. And nobody forces me to do it. I don't do it for publicity. I don't do it for promotion. I do it with an honest intention. Everybody who is associated with me in my WhatsApp groups, they know it. They know it pretty much well. So I don't need to give an answer to anyone. But yes, do join in. If you want to learn something, this is a platform. It is a fully commercial world today. Nobody actually bothers to spend time for anyone else. And if somebody is doing it, do value it. Because there has to be a lot of motivation going behind someone's life, you can say, or someone's process, where you believe that if someone is doing something, he's not doing always for a return purpose, because it is such an you can say, a selfish and a commercial world in today's time. So thank you so much, and I hope today's session was fruitful for you. Please do put in your feedback wherever you want to. Bouquets and big bass both will be welcome in equal measure. Thank you so much, and I see you on Monday with the episode number 10 of Miraculous Mondays or Management Mondays. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.